Hey there, everybody. Welcome back with the Plat. Platypus is the name, and today I'm hopefully going to show you how to destroy the mid game. We already did the early game, so now we're going to do the mid game with one monster, and that is a badass overkilling machine. So you may have seen the tactical trooper guy that we had before, the hunter mech, and then he goes into the killing machine, and then finally you get the overkilling machine. This thing will carry you through pretty much the rest of the game, at least the main story for sure. So how do you get this guy and why is he so good? First, let's talk about why he's so good in case you are unaware of what overkilling machine does. So first, his actual built-in talent is incredibly powerful. Maniac gives you lots of attacks that can, stun enemies, hit multiple times. This hits 3 to 7 times in total. It has a little bit of stats thrown in, which isn't a huge deal, but it is nice. And then a lot of AoE attacks too. So really powerful AoE attacks. And this one does even more damage against enemies that are poisoned or paralyzed, while he also has ways to paralyze enemies with something like Heartbreaker. That's stun, so I don't think that quite counts. But you could have, other guys synergize with that. But strong AoE, strong single target things that hit a lot of times. So it's a really, really powerful thing just in general. But beyond that, also, his talents or traits rather, are nuts. The tactical trooper, fantastic, right? Very, very good. You sometimes perform 2 actions in a row. The number of actions is not affected if you don't issue specific orders. So sometimes they just get 2 turns. Incredibly, incredibly good. Ultra Crafty Zapper and greatly increases the damage inflicted by electrical attacks. Now that's important. That doesn't mean electrical like spells. It's any kind of electrical damage in general. So I actually don't think he has an internal synergy with this, right? This occasionally paralyzes it, but I don't think any of these do like electrical slash damage, right? This one does heavy slash damage, dark slash damage. So that's something once you get a little bit later, I think I would synthesize onto him. Right now, I'm currently using Attack Booster 3, which I think is about ready to go. Next time I synthesize him, I'll be trying to take advantage of those offensive outputs. So it's still really good though, right? Increases damage inflicted. That's good. But then finally, it is a little bit later at level 40, but he does ignore the metal skin trait. So this makes him so good for farming metal slimes, assuming that they don't run away, which actually is not as hard as you would think, because you can get items that you could throw at them as the player that will basically lower the metal slime's agility, and you get priority as an item use, kind of like in Pokemon. So this is like also super, super good. Now, Killing Machine loses his ability. Hunter Mech has something basically like this where you do extra damage, but you do even more extra damage to metal. Then Killing Machine loses the ability to kill metal stuff, and then you get it back. Probably better. I think it's better for grinding, worse for other things, right? Because just flat out ignoring the third damage reduction is really good. But Hunter Mech does have that ability that lets him deal more damage to everything. But still, you want someone that's able to do that. So I think that's why he's good. Double actions, really, really good growth in base stats. I mean, my guy's at 455 attack at level 23, and this isn't insane. But he does have attack booster 4 and stuff like that. So really, really good stats, great talent, and amazing traits. And I think that once you have this guy on your team, you're going to see his AoE is just nuts. And even a single target is really good. He's just good in every situation. All right, so how are we going to actually make this overkilling machine? Let me show you what I did, and then we'll kind of get into it. So you can see here, this is basically the exact thing that we're going to be doing. I am going to be using a new tool that I found online. I mean, I didn't make it or anything or find it. I just saw it, someone posted on Reddit. And it is fantastic. Also, we're going to do a slightly different structure. I'm going to show you where these are for the most part, but I'm not going to go through, level them up, and actually do the synthesis, because I just want to save time in the video, hopefully make it more digestible. So kind of let me know if you like this format or if you like the other format more. So without further ado, ta-da! Check this motherfucker out. This shows you not only the parents, not only the grandparents, not only the great-grandparents, but it shows you the alternate ways you can also make these things. So this tool is insane. It'll be in the comments down below. That way, not the comments, it'll be in the description. That way you guys can kind of do what you need to do here. So from left to right, Hunter's Mech. What's his name? Is it Hunter's Mech? Hunter Mech. Restless Armor and anything, right? So Restless Armor, easy as pie to get. So I'm gonna have to remember to turn this off because this is my 3rd time recording it because I keep not turning it off. Let's go to Fortitude and go to the Watchtower. Boom. You're gonna plop down. There's gonna be 2 right in front of you. Every single time without fail, okay? Without fail. Actually, I literally have never not seen one, so I'm pretty sure it is literally without fail. Boom, there's 2. Grab one of these Restless Armors, combine it with literally any material family. You've got yourself a Hunter Mech. For the 2nd grandparent, all you need is it's a Knight Errant, right? So you could scout it, kind of. It's a super boss. You know, it's like the area's big fat boy and the area of Fortitude here, right north of Fort Knox. That one's much harder to get. I would just synthesize it. It's easy. You just need 1 rank D monster of a material and then any demon. You could also do a rank D demon, but I found the material easier because you could just go to Caprice, middle echelon, head right outside, and like 3 feet in front of you, there is a stone golem. The stone golem is he is a rank D. So you take the stone golem, combine it with like a Draki or something, right? And then you have the Knight Errant, but let's just show you guys that it's here. That way you can see it. That way you don't have to believe me, you can see me. All right. So you could also, again, do the skeleton swordsman if you want to do the skeleton soldier thing. But there is your Knight Boy right there. Boom. Easy as pie. So the one after that was the Jinxter. Jinxter, I think, is worth just scouting. You can also make it by combining a demon E and a nature E. But I just went and scouted it. It's in the... It's same thing as Fortitude, but instead of going to the Watchtower, we go to Fort Knox, kind of where you would go if you were going to go for the big Knight Errant boss version, the large version. It is very big also. Those are the biggest larges that I've seen. Those must be like the max size of what large can be. Although it does make me want to make a low-level Cyclops, a really small one. So here's your Blink Boy right here. You pick up one of those, and then that's 3 grandparents, and then finally the last grandparent is a little bit of a hassle. If we pull this back up here, this one is the Maniac Mole, right? And so this guy is not easy to make, not super hard, right? Because you can get a Beast Family C or a Material Family C, but if you're in the middle echelons, I don't think there's like any super easy ways to do that at least I could think of. If I had maybe a full list in front of me, maybe that would be easier. But if you want to make the mole, it's actually not too bad either. Let me pull up the mole on my side as well. We can come down here and see how you can make it. So basically, you get the mischievous mole and a ripped rabbit. How do you get the ripped rabbit? The ripped rabbit is not too hard, but this is adding steps, right? It's only synthesis, which is why you kind of got to be careful when you're using these things. So first, to get 2 mischievous moles, take one of your mischievous moles, combine it with a bunny corn, right? The bunny corn and mischievous mole are both in the very first area, right by the grasslands. You could find them over here, boom, in this area pretty darn easily. Then, to make the wild slime, all you need is one or the other, right? A rank D slime or a rank D beast. And then the other one could be of any rank. I would go, personally, I've been getting in the Circle of Conquest, you can come to the Circle of Conquest middle echelon and get a King Bubble Slime, rank D, works easy peasy. Another option for that one would be like a Dragon Slime in the Caprice. That one has to be in winter. The Bubble Slime is actually harder to find, but I like it because he's large, and it just helps you get closer to that large thing if you wanted to end up making this character large, which I kind of just like making things large anyway. But it has to be acid rain. That's the thing. It has to be the summer, and it has to be raining acid. Now, luckily, that seems to come up quite a bit. Right now, he's not going to be here, but I've caught in like 4 of them, right? But you could also do the Dragon Slime in the middle of winter. No problem. Doesn't matter what the weather is there, and that's in Caprice. And then the other one, again, can be anything at that point, right? It could be, once you get one of them, then you make the Wild Slime. Right? Then you take that wild slime and you combine it with the Robber Rabbit that you made with the mischievous mole bunny corn. Then you'll get the Ripped Rabbit, which you combine with the second mischievous mole that you got earlier. Boom. Then you got the mechanical mole. The maniacal, not mechanical. I mean, it might be a little mechanical. Who knows? But then you get that. You combine it with your Blinkster. That's your final grandparent. You are ready to get your boy. Now, it is a little bit of a process, But it's really not that bad. Most of the process is just the final guy there, right? The final guy is like 80% of the entire process. And you could probably bypass it if you could find a really easy way to get a rank C beast or a rank C material in the mid game. I mean, there's plenty of ways to do it. There's like, that's what's good about the flexibility of this game. You can get that in a lot of ways. I used for the very first one, Fuego. If you complete one of the middle echelons or whatever, you get Fuego to join your team. He's a rank C material monster, I believe he was. I think that's what I used. Actually, sorry, Fuego. Let's take a look. What was Fuego? I think he was a rank B. I think he was a rank B demon or undead. And then I used that to bypass the whole mechanical mole thing in general and go straight to the jugular joker, right? So they gave you a free monster and that helped me bypass it, but still this area, it's pretty easy to get. And then once you get it, you have got pretty much one of the best monsters in the game. You know what, let's just for fun, let's see if we could beat another level of the Coliseum. We're only on rank C because I haven't tried it at all, but hopefully you can get kind of an idea of what he could do. The damage numbers he's putting out will be pretty good, but they're not going to be, I think, insane because I haven't finished leveling up his skills yet. So his most powerful skills he's still working on, but I mean, he's got most of them, but he is missing 36 attack and the multi-victimizer, but he might actually be doing still the most damage. Now, you'll see kind of what my team set up. I'm thinking about making a metal slime video too. I think that could be a lot of fun. But the metal slime is a wonderful tank. I currently have mine set up to pretty much try to only absorb, because he goes the fastest and he takes no damage, right? Unless they're teched against it. But as long as you have the, because he goes first, you can have him absorb damage for the rest of the team. And it takes increased damage, but because his damage he takes is so low anyway, it's very good. So I kind of want to make that, show you that tank build. It's by no means perfect, right? But it should be good, right? So he's going to attack, I guess, because everyone's at max HP, but he's supposed to defend. But I guess he's not feeling that way today. Here we go. I mean, still pretty good to all of them, right? I don't know if he'll be the star here. He might not. Boom. 0 damage to my boy. Pearly Gates, that's pretty cool. Yeah, so the Dragon Lord might actually be the star of this video, but we'll just kind of ignore him. All right. I'm hoping my team will do exactly what it's supposed to do. I really want that stupid slime to just, no matter what, always use Selfless. That's your whole goal, is to pull aggro for your damage dealing teammates. There we go. So now all the attacks that come in should go straight at him, right? You're protecting your allies. I don't know how it works with AoE. I slowed it down so we can kind of watch what's going on. So first hit, and he got his second hit again, right? Double Blight Splitter. I mean, he just did, you know, not quite 400 damage. He did a lot. Did he actually block all of that? Oh, he took all 4 stuns. That's so awesome. Okay, so maybe now that he's stunned, he's not blocking. I'm actually not sure. Okay, well, it's kind of hard to tell. I don't know when Selflessness turns off, but what I will say is that I also have him set up with Death Defiler, so every single time that he takes any action, he also heals. So he kind of just, because his HP is so low, it's very easy to keep him topped off. This is a bit of a scary fight, but I think it'll be fine because we're in rank C, and I think we're quite a bit above that now, but we'll see. We'll find out. Hopefully our guy uses Selflessness. He decided he wanted to deal 1 damage instead of his job. But you know what? That's what the good thing about monsters. Sometimes they do what they want. Especially when they have potentially 6 attacks coming. That's very, very scary. Now, sometimes they only have 2 attacks, I think. But sometimes they have 6. Oh, yeah. Let's go. The trooper ability is so strong, right? He just did double attack. All right, do your job. Why does he insist on not doing his job? All right, it's going to be a wipe. So Overkilling Machine. Oh, good crit. I actually have, he has an ability to make himself not immune to crits, but he could target the enemy, and I have it set up to use it. He just never does. Make it so an enemy can no longer crit. He doesn't like using it. He obviously doesn't. He just wants to auto attack for 1 damage sometimes.
No one who can stand in his way.
Got it. So hopefully, I don't know if that was a good showcase, but maybe it's like you can see the role he fills in the team. You know, he just does good damage, and he's just badass. And I think he'll carry you through pretty much the game. Also, side note, what I didn't mention in the beginning, he is a scouting god because he's got such high attack. What do you think they give me here? Let's find out together. A metal slime card. I don't even know what that is.
Big crowd favorite these days. Good luck for the next one.
I've never heard of a metal slime card. Maybe it gives me a metal slime for an exchange or something. Like I could use it and get a metal slime. Let's find out. Let's go to the items. Hold on. Everyone close your eyes a little bit. A time card of hardworking metal slime. Provides small amount of additional experience points to a single ally. The time card of a hardworking metal slime. Oh, I got 4 of those. So if I give one to, I don't know, this guy. 2,000 experience points. All right, well, I mean, that's not very good, but it's something. It's like a rare candy. All right, well, that's going to be it for today, guys. Let me know if you like this video. I think once you have Overkilling Machine on your team, you will absolutely be destroying the middle of the game. And I think even to the late game, he's insanely good. Now, I actually think his upgrades tend to be worse than him. I think his, like, the monster before him and some of the monsters after him are actually worse. I think he might be kind of the highlight with his Tactical Trooper, ability to kill metal things. Pretty good skills, and then overall, he's also looks badass, and that's important. Anyway, much love for Platypus is per Platypus. I'll see you on the flip-flop.